Calgary Police Service Guns and Gang Unit is currently investigating three separate shootings that occurred overnight. On Friday, April 11th at 2014 at approximately 6:30 p.m. We received multiple reports of gunshots in the 100 block of Rundle Ridge Way Northeast. At that location, our officers noted an unoccupied residence that had received a stray bullet round. At this point, our information is a dispute between two groups of individuals at that location resulted in gunshots. Approximately 8:30 p.m., we received a second complaint in the 300 block of Terra Vista Drive Northeast, where citizens reported additional gunshots at that location. Once again, our officers attended and located several rounds that had been shot into a residential complex at that location. Upon further investigation, our officers were able to establish that one particular resident that sustained damage from the bullet rounds did have some marijuana within the residence, at which point our investigation continued into a drug investigation at that point. Shortly thereafter, at 12:55 a.m., we received a third complaint of a gunshot in the 200 block of Rundleside Crescent Northeast. At this particular residence, a single-family dwelling, a single round was shot into the residence. This, we believe, was a specifically targeted shooting of the residence. I can say that in all three shootings, there were no injuries reported. Our Gang and Guns unit are currently investigating these three incidences. So this is an ongoing investigation. We have witnesses that we've spoken to. We continue to attempt to locate additional witnesses and or suspects that may be responsible for these incidences.
Are they connected?
At this point, we can say there are three separate incidences. We don't know if all three are connected.
Do you know if any of them are connected?
Not at this point, as the investigation is in its infancy at this point. So as we progress, that's what we hope to establish.
How many when you say you found an amount of marijuana? Now were we talking like grow up type marijuana or just a couple bags?
A quantity of marijuana within the residence. Our officers were in the process of ensuring the occupants of the residence were unharmed. We didn't receive a response when we initially arrived, so it was prudent on our part to ensure that no one was injured within. And once we entered the residence, we located a small quantity of drugs.
Okay, so not significant amounts.
No.
Do you think the shooting was related at all to the marijuana?
Well, this is certainly it was a residence that sustained bullet rounds. So at this point, it may have been related.
And why is Guns and Gangs involved?
Well, we've certainly got weapons involved. We've got three separate drive-by shootings, residences that were struck. So at this point, we utilize the resources at our disposal, and Guns and Gangs are what we would do.
Any of the targeted residents, were they any of them known to police?
Some of the individuals are, yes, known to us, yes.
No, when you say individuals, you mean suspects that you're looking at, or?
Individuals, not necessarily suspects at this point.
Okay. Now, I believe, how many, or have you taken any into custody, and how many?
Initially, we did make contact with two individuals that we interviewed overnight. At this point, no charges have been laid, and no one is currently under arrest for any of these offenses.
And you're obviously searching for more as to get two in custody and then more shootings happen.
Correct, yes.
So did anybody in any of these residences indicate that they had beef with anybody? Did they have reason to believe that they were some kind of target?
Not at this point, no.
How many witnesses are you speaking with?
I don't have a number of witnesses for you.
And okay, so were the homes known to, have you had, the homes that were targeted, were they frequented by police for any criminal activity in the past?
Not that I'm aware of.